We look like siblings. So cute. Literally, look, we look like siblings.
So cute. Things happen. Sometimes people go have some drinks, you know, have a little fun.
That's why you don't drink alcohol, so you can make clear-minded decisions that you're gonna stand by the next day, and you'll always be a high-value woman. Hi guys. What did you?
Stop looking at yourself. You're just looking at yourself.
No,
that's all you're doing.
No, but I was preparing for the video.
Okay, let's go.
I'm here with the one and only.
It's Joe.
It's Joe. It's Joe. He's back. People just know him as Joe. We did a video together called "My Hinge Date Answers Assumptions About Me," which I'll have on the screen and linked down below for you guys to check out. Do you have any comments you'd like to give back to the people after for that video?
I had a lot of fun, and it seemed like people like it, so I'm back to save your channel.
So we asked today for you guys to ask your dating advice questions, either dating advice, just general questions, and oh my gosh, and questions that you'd want to ask a guy but don't feel comfortable asking. Joe is here for all your dating needs. Professional.
Yeah.
Professional man.
Oh, I learned from her.
Yeah. How long does it usually take to form a deep emotional connection, men versus women? Can you actually talk about that? Like, when do you feel like you actually feel, I wouldn't say connected, but you care enough where it's like you don't feel like you can cut your losses? Does that make sense? Is there ever a point like that for you, or no? Or yeah, basically just take it away.
Well, I think it depends on like what you kind of set out to gain by going out with someone. So like if you're in the place in your life where you're looking for a relationship, you know, like it's a little different. I mean, sometimes you could just be like not expecting it and then it comes out of nowhere.
I would meet the love of your life.
Yeah,
like, wow.
I would say like if you've gone out with someone for a month or two and things are going really well, like at that point there's definitely going to be some kind of emotional connection going on. It's not just going to be like, why are you wasting that much time otherwise? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what I think. But it's different with different people, you know?
Yeah, and it also depends what emotional state they're in, and like their, you know, like how emotionally available are, like if they're emotionally stable or not. I feel like that really depends. Like someone could be dating for 2 months, into them it means a lot, but someone could be like in chaos, traveling a ton. For them it's kind of more.
I think you can usually tell by like how responsive they are, and if it's like you go a week or two in between talking, like that's usually an indication that maybe they're not as into it as you are, you know?
Okay. When is it okay to ask the person you're dating if they're dating around? Something I get a lot of people actually ask. Like, when can you be like, listen?
That's a tricky one because I think most people aren't going to be completely honest necessarily. I think it's good whenever there's an opportunity to be honest up front. So if you can be like, look, like I've been going on some other dates, like it's good to say that up front. But once you start sleeping together, then I think if you start sleeping together consistency, then it becomes a conversation. Sleeping together consistently, it's a conversation.
So you would be sleeping with someone consistently before even being in a relationship with them, you're saying? How can girls protect themselves? We get it from your perspective, but like, do you think that maybe girls, how would you recommend? Like,
well, I would first say be realistic. So like if you're going on, everyone that's single is going on dates. So like if you've gone on like 1, 2, 3 dates with someone, they've also gone on some other dates probably, right? Because they're single,
and ready to mingle.
Right. You need to be fair to each other, and you need to know whether or not you're having sex with other people or not.
Yeah.
Is that right? I mean.
Yeah, and then that's a personal thing of like how okay you are with certain things. I guess it's to each.
And maybe two people will be like, you know what? Like I'm not looking for anything serious, and if me and you are on the same page, we can have a physical relationship without needing to know what else you do. Some people are like that. Not you, Miss Angel Saint over here.
I was like, some people are like that. Yeah. Some people are like that.
Some kids these days like to live a little bit.
What's the first thing you notice about a woman? First glance appearance. Yeah, when you see someone, what do you look at first? Like,
I mean, realistically, it's always like her face. Does she have a beautiful face or not? And then immediately you're gonna obviously notice her body type. I've actually never been really a boobs guy.
Doesn't do it for you.
But you have great boobs. Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
That was inappropriate. I've always been much more like legs and ass, to be frank.
Legs?
Legs, yeah.
What do good legs look like? I feel like everyone's legs look the same.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Do people's legs look like that different?
Yeah, what do you mean? There are girls that have great, like beautiful, long, skinny legs, or girls that have like, fat legs, or have cankles, or like
thighs, or just the whole leg.
What did you have you ever seen the human body before? Are you not aware that legs are like a huge part of a woman's body that like men notice?
I get like the thighs, but like the leg?
Yeah, that's everything. The whole
calf.
Have you ever heard of cankles?
Deal breaker or calf.
For some men, boobs are really important. For me, legs are very important.
Yeah.
You have cute little I mean, they're short, but they're very cute.
Little legs.
You have great legs.
Take that back.
For someone who's 5 foot, you have great legs.
I'm 5'2".
Right, I know. Everyone's gonna think I'm so mean to you.
I know.
This is just our banter. What a weird comment to say that legs.
I mean, like, I get. For me, I understand face, I understand body, but I'm never
For
like.
many men, a woman's
you're
legs
like,
are very important.
Legs. All right. So then do you think that girls should wear like skirts and dresses on dates versus jeans, or can you see the legs in?
That doesn't matter. Like you can
identify a good leg. Do you ever expect the lady to pay?
Okay, I'm so glad this was asked, because I've heard some horror stories from women in LA that go on dates, on first dates, and the guy lets them or expects them pick up half the bill.
That's crazy.
Which is literally unconscionable to me.
That is so wrong.
So embarrassing and pathetic and horrendous. And I just want to tell everyone out there, if you ever go on a first date, any date, really, like that's in the first month or two, and the guy wants you to split the bill, especially on a first date, do not go out with him again. I mean, that is an absolute deal breaker. And it's just like known. It's chivalry. It's just the way it is. You do. And so when I think it's cute when the girl kind of like pretends to reach for her purse, like she's reaching for her wallet. Like I think that's a cute gesture, and I actually do kind of appreciate it sometimes. But I'm always like, what do you like? Give me a break. Mm-hmm. But what's most important is saying thank you. Like you don't even need to like on a first date. There's no need to even, I think, pretend that you're gonna try to split the bill. Like. Say thank you so much for dinner. Just say thank you, be appreciative. And any guy that wants to split the bill on a first date,
it's like they're inviting you. It just doesn't make sense. Someone's inviting you out, and you're getting ready and bringing your time and energy. Like, yeah, I don't know.
And it's just like
it doesn't make. It just is like.
And what kind of precedent are you setting? So you're gonna be splitting the bill every time you go out, and what is that attractive? I can't imagine that being attractive to any woman.
You don't respect the person.
It's not, and it's not about like. Like women are equal to men type thing. Like there's still male dynamics and female dynamics. You hold the door for a woman type of thing. You do not let the fucking girl pay on the first date ever. Period. End of story. Don't forget it, ladies. Don't ever settle
for that. Yeah, never. Seriously,
when girls tell me that, I think they're joking. I'm like, there's no way.
No, I had that happen to me on the second date. I never spoke to him ever again.
It's crazy.
It's bizarre.
It's embarrassing. Embarrassing for you fellas.
Do men really just have F buddies just to F? Like actually keep a girl around for sex?
Well, not just men, girls do too. That's a little one-sided. I mean, there are many girls that are interested in just having a fuck buddy the same way a guy is. Absolutely.
That's wild to me. Because your emotions, like girls get more attached, right? Men don't get as attached through.
Yes, I would say on average, I think sex for men can be completely emotionless, and it's much harder for sex to be completely emotionless for women.
How can it be emotionless? Like, are you just like, oh, whatever?
It's like biology. Like I would say in terms of like a one-night stand, like a man could have a one-night stand, and it doesn't mean anything to him. Whereas for a woman, on average, I'm guessing usually emotions are involved. But there are a lot of women that are wired very similarly to men, and sex can just be like a fun thing with no emotions.
Yeah, I read in a book also talks about how like when you crave like a dessert, even though you're like it's not good for you, like for a guy you'll just eat the dessert and you're satisfied and you're like, oh, whatever.
Great analogy. Yeah. Sometimes you just want some, But if you can both get your cookies, then it's great.
Like in college.
I was like a skinny little tiny boy.
Sometimes rejection really is redirection. Like you don't want
that's a good. You should trademark that.
Thank you. Before someone
rejection is redirection.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because you don't want.
That's gonna go in your book. Whatever the next one is.
Exactly. Do guys actually like girls better without makeup?
Well,
are they both on your lap?
They love me.
What does it feel like to be so loved by the animal?
It feels amazing. How does it feel that they love me more than you?
They're just being good. They're being respectful.
They miss having a man around is the problem.
That's why I have you over. Yeah. Do you guys actually like girls better without makeup? I don't think you could say without makeup though.
Well, I said this last time. I think when a girl wears too much makeup, it doesn't look good.
In spirit of this video, I put on very little makeup today. Like you can.
And you look much better. Because you don't need all the makeup.
But you're saying, he said I should be wearing even less.
I think you could. Like,
I think it's possible. But what's like I don't get what the perfect amount is, because you obviously want someone who looks put together.
The perfect amount is when it's not distracting, where you're thinking, "Wow, this girl's wearing a lot of makeup."
So if you look at her now, you're like, "Wow."
No, I wouldn't say that.
What's the most sexy thing a girl can wear or do on a date? Oh, let's hear this one, Joe. I'm excited. Maybe you can share a few tips for us?
The most sexy thing they can wear. I mean, that's.
You don't want to be super. You don't want to put the goods out.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't want to be like so like provocative, but you want to like when a girl shows up and you know that she's trying to look good for you. That's a turn on. You know what I mean? Like if a girl like shows up in like jeans and like didn't put herself together.
What do most girls wear in the dates that you've had? I'm just curious in general. What's something that you see repeatedly? I'm genuinely like interested.
I think usually a girl like, well, a lot of times like a girl might be coming from work, so she's like still in her work clothes, but like usually like casual but cool and sexy. I'm typically, especially in LA, relatively casual.
Casual, man.
And I've gone on dates where the girl showed up in the most like glamorous like dress, and I was like, wow, like this looks like we're going to a ball.
Okay, and then what can someone do on a date that's super sexy?
I mean, I always think it's sexy if like you kiss on the first date organically, to be honest with you. If you don't, it doesn't ruin it or anything. Yeah. But like if it's clear that you guys are comfortable enough and the connection's there and it happens, like that to me is a very sexy, good sign.
No, because seriously, what can the girl do? That would organically happen. She's not gonna grab you for a kiss. What can the girl do? Give the ladies the recipe for success that we're here for, Joe. Help us out.
I think if the girl makes it very clear that she's interested in you, because like I said, sometimes girls do try to play it too cool, and like that, I don't think that's sexy. Like if a girl really indicates, and if there's good like, you know, like touching, like body chemistry.
So those are all the questions. We are going to do a part 2 because we got so many questions, so I do want to answer a few more. So there will be a sequel. I'll have
bigger and better. Bigger budget for part 2.
Bigger budget. We'll have Joe's Instagram if you guys want to follow him. I'm sure maybe he'll share some more dating tips on there. You know, he had
anything you want.
Anything that you guys want. I thank you for coming back on the channel. It's always lovely to have you here.
Good questions.
If you have any other questions or comments, please give us your feedback. And we
give us.
Did I say it like that?
It's okay. Just keep going.
Please give us your feedback, and yeah, we just like love to hear what your guys' thoughts are. And they were just here to interact with you guys. And Mia's here, the big old happy family.
This is just one man's take, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Again, and this is just I want to say anything I say.
If you guys disagree with things, that's all right. Just don't destroy me for it. You know?
Yeah, of course. So everyone has their own upbringing and value system and what they expect and want in a relationship. And I think it's important to identify what that looks like for you and then take appropriate steps from there. So if what we discussed did not resonate with you at all, then this is all in good fun and hopefully just provided some sense of entertainment.
That was a very good disclaimer. I felt like you read off a legal sheet or something.
Really?
That was a good one. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We're protected. I think we're protected.
I keep Joe safe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed otherwise, and we'll be back with a part 2.